Gathered friends, listen again to our legend of the Bionicle. Hello everyone, it's Brian, and here on Amaja-Nui Tales, we'll be diving into the diverse characters of Bionicle. Today, we'll be learning about the selfless hero who saved the Great Spirit from death, Matoro. Matoro was a kind and trustworthy individual who ultimately sacrificed himself to revive Amaja-Nui. As a Matoran, he was Turaga Nuju's interpreter and right hand. As a Toa, he was part of the Toa Inika and the Toa Mari during their chase for the Mask of Life. Matoro was friendly to others and was skilled in translation. Although his skills did not carry over well when he became a Toa, he did his best to play the role and grew to become a leader. Matoro was known to carry many secrets and avoid sharing them, fearing he would put his friends at risk. As Toa Inika, Matoro was able to create, control, and absorb ice combined with lightning powers. As Toa Mari, he lost his lightning powers and instead was able to breathe water. Since he was destined to wear the Mask of Life, he was one of the few who had access to the powers of the mask. As a Matoran, Matoro wore the Akaku, the Great Mask of X-ray Vision. As Toa Inika, he wore the Aiden, the Great Mask of Spirit. He wielded an energized ice sword and a Zammer sphere launcher. As Toa Mari, Matoro wore the Trina, the Great Mask of Reanimation. This immoral mask was given to him by the Mask of Life as a test. He wielded a cold-resistant twin cutter and carried a Kordak blaster. Matoro started his life as a ko-matoran on the city island of Metru. He was friends with the Onu Matoran and often visited the archives to study Rahi language and behavior. He also sold small Rahi rejected from the archives as pets, though he mainly worked as a scholar. Matoro was later placed in a Matoran sphere and was transferred over to the island of Amaja-Nui by Toa Nuju and his fellow Toa. After waking up with his past memories wiped, Matoro assisted Turaga Nuju in building the village of Kokoro. He soon became Nuju's right hand and his interpreter. For recreation, Matoro enjoyed exploring the Drifts, a snowy region of Kauai. Matoro met Toa of Ice Kopaka for the first time on a beach along Kauai and escorted the Toa to meet with Nuju about the Toa's mission. While heading to a disc-throwing tournament, Matoro and other Matoran chose to merge together for a moment to form the Matoran Nui to deal with an infected Nui Jaga. Matoro later saved Takua, who got lost in the drifts, and witnessed Kopaka fighting with a Muwaka beast. He then brought Takua to Nuju to prepare the defense against Rahi at Kiri Nui. Matoro continued staying next to the Turaga, hearing many secrets including Metru and the Turaga's past. However, he was not allowed to tell anyone. When Kopaka gained his Nuva symbol, Matoro guarded it but was later defeated by the Burak Kal who took it. After the defeat of the Burak Kal and recovery of the symbol, Matoro was rebuilt into a stronger form and started a Koli sports team with his friend Kopik, though the team did not make it into the championship. Matoro later attended the Turaga's storytelling of their past and eventually returned to the city island of Metru. While there, Matoro found out through Nuju that the Great Spirit was dying, but avoided telling anyone despite protests from his buddy Jaller. When the truth became public, Matoro joined with Jaller and 4 other Matoran to travel to the island of Voya-Nui to rescue the Toa Nuva who were searching for the Mask of Life. Along the way, Matoro and others traveled through a dark tunnel where Matoro helped guide a hand out of the darkness, believing the hand belonged to his friends. However, The hand was made by the Mask of Life as its first test for Matoro. The group soon arrived at the twisted island of Karzani and met with the Mad Ruler, who forced Matoro to wear an Iden. The team later attempted to escape, but were stopped by nightmares given to them by the ruler. Matoro was shown his worst fear, the Great Spirit's death. While the tyrant was distracted by Matanui's existence in these visions, the Matoran slipped into canisters and left for Voyanui. Before reaching the island, lightning from above struck the canisters and transformed them into the Toa Inika. Upon arrival, Matoro activated his new mask power to scout ahead. He went to search for the Titan Axon before grouping up with Matoran to attack the Paraka at their fortress. During the battle, an explosion left Matoro and the other Toa unconscious. After waking up, the Toa team pursued the Paraka down a flight of stairs underneath the island towards the Mask of Life. During the journey, the Toa faced numerous trials. The Toa thought they killed the Toa Nuva, but found out it was an illusion, which tested Matoro's bravery. When challenged to sacrifice one of their teammates, Matoro volunteered, which tested his selflessness. He was killed before being reconstructed. The Toa then faced off with a guardian of the Mask of Life, Umbra. Matoro used ice mirrors to defeat the light being, which tested the Toa's prowess. The Toa Inika finally reached the final chamber and fought the Guardian Vizon with his pet, Fenrak. After the Toa defeated Vizon and his transformed Cardus dragon, Matoro took the Mask of Life, which chose him to be its next guardian. However, the dragon shot the mask out of his hands and the mask flew into the nearby ocean. In pursuit, he traveled down an underwater passage called the Cord and used the Iden to release his spirit to scout ahead. In doing so, Makuta Pterodax briefly occupied Matoro's body to intimidate the Toa. The rest of the Toa threatened to destroy Matoro's body, pushing Pterodax to leave. After reaching the bottom of the cord, the Mask of Life transformed Matoro and others into the water-breathing Toa Mari. To test their new masks and powers, Matoro and others combated a giant venom eel which was made by the Mask of Life. Matoro reanimated a dead shark using his mask, but was terrified by the results. The Toa soon discovered the underwater city of Mari-Nui. To build trust with the Matoran of the city, Matoro stayed with them while the rest of the Toa fought Rahi, occupying a plant field nearby. When the Baraki warlords deceived and captured the Toa in the fields, Matoro fled, but was also captured by the jailer Hydraxon. While he was imprisoned, the robot guard Maxilos revealed himself to be Pterodax. The Makuta freed him and offered assistance in return for keeping his identity a secret. The Toa Mari regrouped with Pterodax in disguise at Mari-Nui and decided to split up. Matoro and Pterodax faced off with an army of sharks belonging to the Baraki and used reanimated creatures to escape the fight. Afterward, Pterodax led Matoro to the body of the infamous Toa of Water, Tuyet. Wanting the pieces of a powerful Nui stone inside of the body, Pterodax pushed Matoro to reanimate the dead Toa. Unknown to them, the Nui stone was a fake. The Mad Ruler of Karzani, who had followed Matoro and his friends, briefly interrupted them, shattering the body before Pterodax defeated him. Matoro then witnessed Makuta obtaining the powerful staff of Artakha. When he found out about Pterodax's intentions with the Nui stone, the Makuta froze the Toa in stasis. He saw Pterodax recreating the stone with the staff before the mutated Brutaka appeared and stopped the Makuta. Matoro returned to his fellow Toa after Brutaka told him to do so. Having been given knowledge from Pterodax that the cord must be destroyed to restore the Great Spirit, the Toa guided the Matoran through the cord towards safety on Voyanui above. In doing so, they encountered the mutated Paraka but quickly defeated them with Axon's help. After quickly descending back down into the ocean, Matoro was able to retrieve the Mask of Life during the middle of a giant conflict with Baraki and others. The Toamari then destroyed the cord, causing the island above to sink. The Toa raced towards Voyanui's destination. However, the Mask of Life suddenly turned black, and Matoro declared that the Great Spirit was dead. In disbelief, Matoro told the other Toa to buy him time to revive the Great Spirit. He continued to follow Voyanui, sped past it, and fell down a waterfall leading into the core of the universe, Kartanui. As Voyanui smashed into its original location, a voice told Matoro to wear the Mask of Life. Matoro wore the mask, knowing that his life force would be used to revive the Great Spirit. As a final act to save his Toa friends, he teleported all of them back to Metru and allowed them to breathe air again. At Matoro's last breath, the Mask of Life transformed him into pure energy, which saved the Great Spirit. The light produced was seen throughout the skies of Kartanui. When news spread about Matoro's death, a statue of Toa Matoro was built in Metru to honor his sacrifice. Turaga Nuju created a personal memorial for Matoro, whom he considered as his only friend. Though Matoro did not see himself as a hero at the beginning, in the end, he became the greatest hero, giving up his life for the lives of others.
If you'd like to see more tales, check out our channel and our videos. Thank you so much for watching. This is the way of the Bionicle.